Okay, so yeah, there's a bit of a late start today in terms of getting this video done, but there actually is an explanation for that, and that is, last night I was actually watching The Voice. Yeah, why not? I said, I was alluding to that I would try doing that eventually, and, you know, why not? I'll watch The Voice for now. So, first things first, good morning, happy Tuesday, everybody. Yes, it's no longer Monday, it is Tuesday. And actually, if The Voice is on tonight, again, because, you know, the auditions go for like several weeks in a row on Monday and Tuesday, you know, that would actually, I actually now have something to do on Tuesday night. It's great. It's even awesome. So, yeah. Hey. You know, this is actually going to be a very musical week. I just realized that. I mean, think about it. You have the beginning of The Voice yesterday and tonight, because, you know, they're going to do the auditions. And the Masked Singer finale is going to be tomorrow, but we'll get into that when the time comes. So, with that said, you know, I do like The Voice, you know. I remember, to this day, I still remember the original commercial for The Voice, because it featured, you know, Adam Levine, you know, Blake Shelton, CeeLo Green, and Christina Aguilera. And honestly, Adam and Blake have been the people who have been there the longest, so that's pretty cool. Although it wasn't until last night, because here's the thing about The Voice that I want you guys to understand. I do like the show, but I'm one of those individuals who finds that the most entertaining part of The Voice just happens to be in the blind auditions. Partly because, for one thing, it really is a great opportunity to see, you know, this talent appear for, you know, the first time and seeing, you know, what they have to offer. But also, you know, let's be honest, the funniest thing about the auditions is easily when the judges are fighting over if they want that person on their team or not. And ever since they added the block feature, it just made things even better. I forget if each judge has one block each, or they have one block per judge. Because that would actually make, you know, I mean, one block per judge would probably make it a little too choosy and a little too stressful for, you know, the judges in question. But at the same time, you know, you can only have so many people on your team that I really don't know if sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought right now. I'm sorry. Man, I had to stay up late, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. You know, I had to, it was, you know, I didn't stay up for the entire thing. I went to bed around like 9:30. And so, yeah. So that's why, you know, I have a bit of a late start. But again, what I was trying to say is you only have so many people on a team that you have to be very choosy as to who you want. But you also have to be careful that the person you do want isn't, you know, desired by somebody else. That's what I was trying to say. Why was that so hard to do? Anyway. So with that said, you know, just like in previous seasons in the beginning, you know, all the talent that was featured last night that, you know, got up on stage during the blind auditions was, you know, excellent. In fact, there was only one instance where none of the coaches turned their chairs around. But, you know, that happens. Honestly, don't misunderstand me. Anyone who knows me knows that I do have a good singing voice, and I have performed on stage before. But if I was, and this is just my personal, you know, thoughts on this. If I was on The Voice, and like, if I was in the middle of a really good song, like I'm in the zone, I am absolutely killing. You know, the audience is cheering, you know, everything's going great. I'm in my groove. And then, like, if one of the judges, like, turn around, I'm legitimately worried, like, I would lose it. And I'm not the only one who thinks this, because it actually happened several times last night. It happened with when that one guy had Adam turn for him, because, and literally Adam said, like, first you were going great, and then you're like, huh? after I turned around or whatever. So, yeah. It really is, sort of, I mean, I guess, in a weird sort of way, it's like a deer in the headlights. I think that's the best way to describe that. The only difference is, a deer wouldn't necessarily move unless you force it to move. Yeah, if it is actually headlights, beeping your horn. But, I guess it really is the mark of a truly great performer if you have a distraction like that happen, but you just keep on going. I think that's ultimately that might actually be like a secret test they do. If so, that's actually a really clever way to do it. At least I think so. The actual opening of The Voice is great because this is the first, season featuring John Legend. And it shows, John Legend's wife and Hot Ones alum, Chrissy Teigen, packing John a lunch and, books for school. That was actually quite clever and funny. I actually like that. Can we get more Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, please? I'm sorry. I am a sucker for cute celebrity couples, and Chrissy Teigen and John Legend are so cute together. I don't know. I don't know. They just are. And so, it's great, too, because they literally do the whole school bus thing where all four of the coaches are riding on a school bus to the studio. I actually thought that was kind of funny. Let's see what else happened. They're going over and here's one thing about John Legend that I completely forgot. He is one of the few people who has won the EGOT. That is the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great way to use, an acronym, but why not just refer to it as the GOAT? Just replace the A with the letter E, and it would still sound exactly the same, probably. That way it'd be the Grammy, the Oscar, the Emmy, and the Tony. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, if you want to say, I guess, maybe because the greatest of all time thing, which is what the GOAT is actually used for, is already taken, and they're like, yeah, we'll just use EGOT, or, that, although what they could do is, do a Japanese style, refer to it as a toge. Because, I believe toge is the Japanese word for, actually, no, that one, toge is the Japanese word for egg. But, T, the O, and the G, and the E would still be used. That's just my personal thoughts on that, but I'm rambling on too much about it. Let's get into the actual show. So, they're going over the judges, Adam Levine and Blake Shelton have been there from the very beginning. Blake Shelton is the most decorated winner, having 6 wins out of 10 seasons, so you could say he is a relative dynasty in that regard. And then there is Kelly Clarkson. Now, I mentioned this before, but for those of you who are new, when I was little, I absolutely did not like how Kelly Clarkson won the American Idol because I was rooting for the guy, Justin, to win. And it made me so upset for, the longest time. And, for the longest time, if I ever heard, Kelly Clarkson, there were times where for the longest time, I didn't hear Kelly Clarkson music. Or if I did, I just didn't know it was her. So, believe it or not, it wasn't until I heard the song Stronger, which admittedly isn't really the greatest song. It's okay. It's sort of self-empowering. I guess you could say it's a guilty pleasure of mine, if you want. Actually, not a guilty pleasure. I do like the song, but it's definitely not one of her best. My point is, after I heard that song, I started liking her more. And keep in mind, I was a kid, and Kelly Clarkson was an adult when she won American Idol, pretty much. So, I say adult, she may have been 16 or something, I don't know. But, yeah, a huge age range. But then, when it gets to me finally liking her, I'm like, Kelly Clarkson's actually pretty. And then I find out then I find out she's married with kids. I'm like, oh. what can I say? You know, I was mad that she won American Idol. Now I'm mad that she's not single anymore. But that's just... But, yeah, nothing to worry about that. So, yeah, Kelly Clarkson won back-to-back seasons, which is awesome. You know, I do like Kelly Clarkson. She's great now. I like her now. It is okay to like Kelly Clarkson now. I'm okay with that. Anyway, so everyone is completely threatened by John Legend and how talented he is. So both Blake and Kelly blocked him on 2 separate occasions. And the first time it happened, it was funny because, Blake was like, who did that? Like, when it was clearly him. That was great. And then at one point, when everyone's like turned around after Blake clearly blocked Blake is all like, yeah, if only you had turned around. Oh wait, you did. that was actually funny. There was one instance, I think it might have been the very funniest thing that happened, and I may or may not be the right person to talk about this, but there's this one woman, right, who actually not only sang, but she participated in a little bit of rap. Both Adam and John both turned around for her. And then Blake did too. The funny thing is, was the funniest thing after John had turned around, and then John's like, she's white. That was... I shouldn't have laughed at that, but I couldn't help it doing that. I'm sorry. But I know I'm probably... Let's see what else was... I'm trying to remember what else, happened. The first all-four chair turnaround happened. It was an all-four coaches, turned around for this one woman who was actually really good. And, John got the first person on his team from that. So... yeah, the first time all 4 chairs turned around and John won. The sad part is, as of last night, they were sort of building up to an audition that was going to blow everybody away. And I went to bed at 9:30. I probably ended up missing that audition because of that. I mean, I just couldn't stay awake. I go to bed pretty early as it is. So if I do stay up late, it is kind of a bad thing. But at the same time, I did kind of want to get as much content out of it as I can to, talk about to all of you. So, yeah. I don't really know if I'll continue to watch The Voice after at least the blind auditions, as again, I feel the blind auditions are the most entertaining part of the show. But so far, I'm definitely entertained. And if the auditions are still happening tonight, I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted as to... what's going on next. So, all in all, yeah. I'm really digging The Voice so far. I really am. I mean, some people are probably going to be like, what took you so long? Listen, I like The Voice, just I never really found much reason to talk about it until actually doing these videos right now. So, yeah. I guess that's one reason why I'm thankful for doing... It gives me another reason why I'm thankful for doing videos every single day. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And as always, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I am hopeful we all have a wonderful Tuesday. And remember, for any of you guys that want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. Now, always have your back. Take care, and make good choices.